This is Hollywood Today Live Digital Edition, bringing you the news you want to know from the city where it's all going down. I'm Amanda Salas.
And I'm Tanner Thomason, and I'm sure you recognize our next guest who's juggling both comedy and drama on two critically acclaimed shows, including the revival of HBO's cult classic, The Comeback. Take a look.
Valerie.
Yeah. Wasn't talking to anybody. Yeah.
Forgot. We would like to invite you to see the Golden Globes next week.
Oh, okay.
You're part of the HBO family now. We'll see you then. We throw an amazing after party.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. I love The Comeback, and I'm it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I saw it at the Museum of Broadcasting.
Okay. That means it's a classic. That's nice.
He's also on one of my favorite shows, ABC Scandal. Please welcome Vanya Asher. You did it! Awesome.
Nice. Well done. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Nice dance move.
Yeah, we gotta. We
Give me an idea.
have to preface this right quick. We make fun of ourselves because we all do dance moves. I do this twisty wrist thing, and Amanda's got the shootout, and Vanya came out and did both of them.
I'll do both.
Thank you for
And you guys have to think of new
doing
ones.
it.
Yeah, got to get new
Except I
dances.
got kind of mixed up, so they were like, okay, here
I'm
we go.
twisting the gun,
Like trying to,
and
what
I'm
do I
shooting
shake,
out
what
the
do I
wrist.
shoot?
All right, first question.
Okay.
Is Shondaland like B613? You can't talk about it once you're there? Is it like what happens there stays there?
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's what I thought.
Nice.
Pointing.
Very nice. Your character on Scandal has this interesting role to me. You dig up dirt on people, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What's it like? What is it like playing a character like that and then sort of switching back and forth between the comedy and the drama? Do you find it easy?
Well, I think, the way that I look at it, like, I get to be the comedy of Scandal, because it's kind of like this young, relatively naive guy who I think is very aware of who he works for, who's like the Karl Rove, like, evil, like the president's dog. And so I get to work for that, and it's one of the most powerful men still. But I keep on fucking up. I keep on screwing up every time. So it's still like, I'm just kind
It's
of
the internet. It's okay.
Okay, got it. For a second, I was like,
Yeah.
I was told something. I just can't
yeah.
remember what.
Yeah.
But no, I think I get to do comedy on Scandal, and that's where I'm sort of comfortable. It's comedy because it's like a fish out of water a little bit, of like a young man like learning to adjust to a place like that. But yeah, it's the way that the shows are shot is very different, and that sort of gives the energy to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whereas like The Comeback is like the actors hold the camera sometimes, so it's just it feels very quick.
Oh, that's
and obviously like Scandal is like the energy is like super paced up, like Scandal pace. But it's the way that it's shot is so structured, and all the pieces have to be in place for that energy to come through like that. Yeah, didn't realize I'd be talking about energies within 2
Yeah,
seconds.
Scandal definitely has an energy. I mean, there's
Yeah.
such a difference just between those two formats, between like a single camera dramedy and something like The Comeback, which is like this pseudo reality documented kind of thing.
Very much so. Yeah.
But is it once a gladiator, always a gladiator?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wear that badge proud?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was a huge fan of the show before. It's crazy because it's true in this case, but I love both of these shows. I was such a fan of both of them. Scandal I watched. That was one of the first shows that I started watching when I moved to LA, and so getting a chance to be on it is such a dream come true. And The Comeback is something that I found out on YouTube through like a friend's recommendation and sort of blasted through it. So I'm part of this generation of people that brought it back to air 10 years later because they discovered it in that way.
What like a great way to land and get your feet running in Hollywood, but then to work alongside like very established people like Kerry Washington and Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better situation. And 2 shows on the air.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Spread the luck
That's the
around
best
town.
part.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, they're such powerful women, and they set such an amazing example for the cast and the crew, and it's such a pleasure to be around and to learn from such incredible professionals. Like they're not just stars; they're also, both of them are artists, and obviously Shonda is as well, and it's you know, there's Michael Patrick King and Lisa Kudrow, and then there's Shonda and Kerry, and it's so interesting watching these like teams of incredible creatives get to work together and create something, and the stars of the show have such a big say in sort of what happens too. So it's kind of very cool to see that.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
What was it like meeting Kerry Washington for the first time and then Lisa Kudrow for the first time?
Yeah.
It's I met Lisa on the set of Scandal, because she was actually on, and I don't even know if she remembered afterwards like who I was, which is the funniest part. But she was on Scandal for a couple episodes, and one day we overlapped, and I was like, hey, like I just think you're the funniest person in the world. Blah, blah, talk to her about the comeback, and then when I got cast, I was like, oh, you know, that must have been part of it. Like I was a fan of the show, and I was like, no, I thought so. I'd be like, and then I came up to her and I was like, hi, and she was like, hello, and I was like, she has no idea. That's cool. But then obviously she remembered.
Whole deal.
But then obviously she, you know, like remembered afterwards. But that was kind of cool too, because I was like, oh, she really wants me here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then
I would hold on to that. I would hold on to that part.
Put that in your pocket.
Yeah.
yeah. And the first time that I met Kerry, I was so nervous because it was my first day on set, and she was one of the first people that I saw when I like walked into the trailer, and like, you know, I had my costume on and everything, and she was just so funny. She's just kind of a goof, and it was so strange sitting beside, you know, this beautiful, ridiculous woman who I've seen on TV for 2 years, and then I was beside her, and she's like texting and with her little dog, and she's like, "Hi, Vanya," and I'm like,
friends for life now.
Dreams come true.
I have a quick question for you. You were talking about incredible creatives here earlier, and as I was doing my research, I was really surprised. You're working on a graphic novel that you want to bring to television.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little about this?
Well, actually, I started working on it with my best friend about a year ago, and it's, you know, we started. It's an idea that I had and that I really wanted to develop, and we wrote a TV project out of it, but then kind of looked at it and we're like, wait a minute, like, and I'm in love with graphic novels. That's sort of where I grew up the most. It was TV and movies are a huge influence on me, obviously, but like graphic novels are my thing, in video games. And anyway, but then we decided that like, oh no, maybe we should try and actually make a graphic novel out of this like super cool sci-fi story, and so it seems to be happening, and I'm really excited about it. The timing on these things, you never know how it's gonna work. But
well, you've got a lot of people in your corner and a lot of steam in your direction right now. Scandal and The Comeback. Guys, you can get your Vanya fix twice a week with The Comeback Sundays on HBO and Scandal Thursdays on ABC.
And keep watching, because we're getting hot in Cleveland, well, in Hollywood. With Adam Corson, plus a music industry mean girls. Get the details right here on Bite Size TV.